Welcome to Farming Simulator 25. This is the first play that I have done on this. I haven't played this at all. Obviously, I've got like 2,000 hours over the Farming Simulator series, and I'm quite familiar with all that stuff. But this is the first play of this one. There's no mods, no nothing. We're just gonna jump into it and see what we can do with this. So we're going to see if we can change the, let's see, display controls, general settings. Okay, I think we have to change like currency while we're in game. Okay, so we got Riverbend Springs, Hutan Pantai, interesting, Zilonka, cool. Let's see, we can do new farmer, farm manager, start from scratch. So these are the three presets that they used to have. They just have them separate, kind of into adjustable things here now, apparently, instead of just picking one of the three blocks. Uh, Start farm, if you get a start farm, apparently. I'm going to try Riverbend Springs. Let's see. Do I want to do a new farmer or a farm manager? I think for this one I'm just going to do a new farmer. Let's see. We're going to have equipment. Might as well do the eh, yeah, because I don't know where all the controls and all that stuff is. Maybe we can turn that off if it looks to be, you know, basic same stuff as last time. Looks like a pretty cool place so far. So we'll get this loaded up and get in here and start some farming. I don't anticipate doing any mods. I really don't want to do any mods on first playthrough. Just want to experience the game as it is, the way the developers intended it to be. Gonna load. I imagine after you load it the first time, probably loads a little bit faster after that. All right, we're just dropping in here. Oh, let's see. Uh, yeah, we'll just stick with that, dude. Welcome to your new farm. It's mid-morning when you arrive at your new farm. Walter, your grandfather, is no longer able to look after the farm, so you are now taking over. Familiarize yourself with the game before you go greet your grandfather. Let's start with the interface. You will find all the important information on your screen. So we've got the map in the lower left. the weather, the calendar, time, game speed, money, up in the upper right. Yep, 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 yep. Tour progress. Guided tour. Now that you know the basic user interface, let's move on. You can't just stand here. Please go to the marked location by using the directional controls. Okay. Where is it? Where are we? So we're going over to talk to Walter anyways. You can talk to people on your farm and at specific locations on the map. Press the button to talk to them.
Welcome to our lovely farm, kiddo. I'm glad you're here to continue the family business. The fact that you're about to take over the farm makes your pops quite happy, not gonna lie. When your father told me on a visit that he didn't want what I built here, I thought that was it. He even called it a dung heap when he left in his fancy suit. And then he stepped into manure on the way to his car. It's okay that he does his own thing, but I thought I had to sell the farm. Thanks to you, it can stay in the family. You don't know what that means to me. Otherwise, your crazy uncle might have turned it into an amusement park with the main attraction of catching chickens on the fields or something. Anyway, let's not talk about that just now. I can tell you some stories later. And just so you know, I'm not out of the picture just yet. I'm here if you need me, just like your friendly neighbors you should talk to sometime. They're nice people, a bit strange perhaps, but still delightful in their own ways. So, do you want me to give you a quick tour and show you some things?
No thanks.
Okay, kiddo, I trust you. So go ahead. This farm is your farm now.
All right. So, up in the top left, we got switch hand tool, toggle hand tool, select camera, turn on flashlight. Okay. Let's get into the main menu here. All right. So we have this pretty decent little map. Riverbend Springs. Okay. So we've got quite a lot of odd shaped fields. Only a couple of the basic old square ones. Let's see what we got here. Biogas plant, kind of figured that was that. Got some other places around, vehicle shop. Go visit Katie, rent the train, that kind of stuff. Let's see, on the left, the same old menu. Vehicles, combines, trailers, workers, all this stuff. So they shrunk this down. This used to be a whole long scroll bar of all different things. And it looks like now they have it in here is like submenus. So this is our farm. We've got cow pasture, silos, old beehives. It looks like a gas thing, but it's not letting me click on it. Maybe if I zoom in some it'll click on it. Yep, that's a gas tank. There's Walter, the farmhouse, farmer's kiosk. Not sure what that is. Maybe that's a sell point. But we've got 4 fields, sorry. Create job. I guess we'll figure out what that is. No active workers. So crop types. This is what I was interested in seeing. So we've got the old familiar favorites: wheat, barley, canola, oat, corn, sunflower, soybeans, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, cotton, sorghum, grapes. So we've got rice, and long grain rice is new. Uh, Red beets, carrots, parsnips, green beans, peas, spinach. Those are all new base game seeds or crops. So we've got a little bit here. He didn't feel like finishing that one. It's got a little bit left. Uh, Decided to plow around it. I don't know what that whole story was. Chose to plow a little bit of this one, and then left that field unharvested. All right, so here's our crop calendar. Cow pasture, we've got 3 Angus. Got contracts that we can do. That's nothing new. Production chains. Nice. All that different stuff. All the prices. Oh, so this is our list of equipment, must be. Their value. Don't have any hand tools. Finances are blank. Statistics are blank. This is kind of nice though. I like how that's set up. Settings. Economic difficulty. Seasonal growth is on. 1 day per month. Snow is on. Crop destruction is on. Periodic plowing is off. That's great. Fieldstone is going off. I cannot. I loathe Fieldstone. It is like it's a game killer for me. If I have to do Fieldstone, I just won't play. Disaster destruction. Interesting. Let's see what that is. Dirt. Automatic engine start. Stop and go braking. Fill limit. Blah blah blah. Let's see. General settings. I'm kind of looking for. Oh, there it is right there. Dollar. Measuring units miles. Temperature units Fahrenheit. And acres. Okay. Radio is off. Radio range. Vehicle camera. Easy arm controls. Turns on. Oh, I probably won't be using cranes anyways. Steering back speed, steering sensitivity, gear shift mode, blah blah blah. Okay. Graphic settings are all that. There's all the controls, devices. All right. So, what do we got for equipment? I'm assuming. Let's see. So that's a purple dot. So this is a sell point, apparently. Let's see. The yellow dot is Walter. What do we got over here? We've got our tractor. What is going on with... Let's see. AI workers, crops and growth, seasons, controls. There's a whole crap load of controls. Render quality, light quality, settings. Hmm. Okay. I don't know what setting it is, but if you're just like walking, you see there's like a little lag. So I'm going to turn and you keep going sideways for a second. That's kind of annoying. What have I got in my hand? Oh, why is the flashlight? I don't want the flashlight sticking there all the time. Hello? Oh, it pushed me out of the way. That's what it did. Okay, so we've got seed drill here. Got a tractor and a plow, or cultivator. Got some seeds. Got the harvester over here. Oh yeah. Let's get this guy unhooked. Alright, get that out of the way. Zoom out so it's a little quieter. Alright, so I don't know if there is. Okay, I gotta adjust that steering back speed. Steering back speed. Still pretty slow. Okay. Unfold that. Oh, the sounds are awesome. Alright. Let's do this thing. Let's get this field harvested. Alright, so we're gonna get this last little bit here. Shut the harvester down. Get the pipe out. And tab around and find our grain wagon. Let's see, what do we got here? We've got that thing. Boy, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Okay, do we have a grain wagon anywhere? Right in there. Look, get this guy hooked up. Come on over and get this guy unloaded. I love how he like just comes up from idle, like they actually do. That's so nice. I love the sounds in this game. The audio is just awesome. Looks like we're gonna be able to empty him. Yes. Okay, so we have a bunch of canola. So we should check pricing on this. Let's see. Crop calendar, cows, that, this. Okay, so canola. We are in August. About as low as it, pretty close to as low as it can be. We'll try to hang out for December. We'll go put it in the silo. Come on back over here. Before we jump in here and get the rest of that going. This guy is connected to the cultivator. So we're gonna bring him around. Okay, so What is AI worker mode? Oh, this is lovely. This is freaking nice. Okay. Number of headlands. Automatic. Work the headlands on. Start with the ups and downs. Skip lines. This is freaking awesome. I love that that's part of this game, the base game. Let's just watch him get going here for a second. Seems to be doing it in a little bit of an odd fashion. But we'll just let him go. We'll let him do his thing. And we'll come over here. And we'll finish harvesting this field. Gotta come over here across the road. Oh, that's steeper than it looks. Okay, I want to look at this whole steering assist thing. Cruise control deactivation. Oh, I love it. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't think I am because there's no green line. Let's try the other one. Try the next one down. Activate lane. Uh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is nice. I never used like guided steering or anything in the other ones. I used course play a lot because a lot of my constructed fields were just like really odd and stuff like that. You know, odd shapes. Oops. Not sure what I'm doing with the keys here. If I'm doing something wrong or what's going on. What are we harvesting? Wheat. This is always something that I always wanted to try, you know, guided steering. They call it steering assist in this. But it sure makes it nice. I'll tell you that. So you can like skip rows and still make sure that you have like the same amount to harvest each time. It's just a really nice feature to have in the base game. Well, we'll get this last little bit here picked up. I don't know what Walter was thinking leaving this out here, but we'll get her taken care of. I didn't sow nothing. I don't know if you saw that achievement pop up in the bottom corner. So reap what you sow. I did not sow this field. All right, let's head on back over. Oop, oop, took it out sign. Took out the sign. I'll come on over here, get this unloaded, and then put the harvester away. See the upper right corner, it shows you the capacity of the wagon you're tipping into. That is really nice. All right. So let's head on over here and put this guy away. We'll fold him back down. I'm not sure if he's tall enough to, or short enough to. Oh yeah, he's short enough to fit in there. Just back in right next to the trailer. Okay. Let's check in on this guy, see how he's doing. Looks like he's on headlands now. Somehow I'm making money. Don't really know how that's working. Alright, let's go dump this off. Yep, let's check the prices first to make sure. Oh, it's alphabetical. Okay, yeah, wheat is dead low right now. Okay. So drop you in here, and we're gonna detach the wagon right there. We'll come over here, get the cedar. Pretty sure it was on this side. Yep, I see it in there. Drive forward a bit, get her filled up. It took the whole bag, which is nice. Alright, so we need to check. We need to check in the calendar, see what we can. Let's see, planting is green, harvest is orange. So we can plant canola right now. Can't plant anything much else. Let's see, what's. I'd really like to get into some of these new ones, but I'm not sure. Let's look at the shop. Okay. I used to drive these for work. They are a freaking blast. Going through like 8 feet of snow, just bombing through drifts and stuff. Okay. Um, let's see. Soil cultivation, seeding, yield improvements, combine harvesting, special headers, sunflowers, and sorghum. Okay. Forage harvesting, grassland, baling, root crops. Okay. So potatoes, beets, so vegetable planters, vegetable harvesters, spinach, green bean harvester, pea harvester. So all these things are going to be expensive harvesters. Except for that, that's like not even a meter width. What is that? 1 or 2 rows? That is a single row harvester. Holy God, somebody has got to have a lot of patience to do that. Oh my God. I'm not even going to think about those things until I can afford this. There is no way I'm doing a single row harvest on one of them fields. Absolutely not. Rice harvester isn't that much. That guy looks pretty cool. I wonder how you make a rice field in this game. Animal dealers. Nice, they've got everything right in here. So you can do your farmland and all this stuff right from the map. Alright, so back to what our scheduled programming here. Um, help. Let's see, seasonal farming, crops. Okay, that doesn't help me anything there. Farming basics, cultivating, plowing, sowing. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to see. It's rice. Rice is grown in spring on the rice field that has already been flooded. This type of rice grows faster than dry planted rice and also produces much higher field. With this, when growing rice, it is important to note that the field may only remain flooded for a certain period of time. If the water remains in the field for too long, a number of rice plants will die. Keep the field flooded after planting for 2 more months before it has to be Dry for the third growth stage. As soon as the rice can be harvested, you will need these. Okay, so slightly longer growth phase than the wet planted rice and also produces a lower yield. However, you don't need any special machines to plant and harvest rice, which makes it affordable right from the start of the game. With this variety, the rice field should only be flooded when the first green sprouts have emerged from the soil. So, is there da, 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 da. Soil composition, cultivating, plowing is needed. Use for plowing. You can also they can't create fields. Not provide blah blah blah. Uh, improving yield. Yeah, we know all that. So we can do sheep and sheep. We could do goats and water buffalo and a dog. Hell yeah. Okay, forestry. Forestry can just go away for right now. Uh, so on the map, is there anything? Let's see, is there any rice fields? Specific rice fields. There are no rice fields here. Blinken. So I'm guessing that we can't do rice here. Okay, so let's figure out what we're gonna do. Let's see, harvest. If we planted canola, harvest would be in July. The next planting of anything harvestable really isn't all that great. I'd really like to get my planting over into March and stuff, so we can do some other things like sorghum and soybeans, things like that, sunflowers, corn. Let's see. Well, let's just go plant some canola. As soon as this guy is done. What's he doing? Is he stuck? Well, let's just finish it for him.
In the depths of silence, where echoes remain, you were the sunrise, and I was the rain. A collision of souls, opposing in flight. I was the darkness, you yearned for the light.
So let's just get this last little bit here taken care of on this field, and then we'll send our worker back over to the next field over and let him get started on that one. While we take care of planting this one. So we'll just come over here. Should be just a basic helper field. Okay, so if we so if we just do Okay, so he's gonna do that. So I'm not sure how to get like the generic, the old style of helper. Where's he going? Where you going, dude? What is he doing? Start with headland. Alright, whatever. I don't know what happened to the old style of regular worker, but they work really nice on these rectangular fields. Okay. I get a drink. So yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Unless that's like the inside headland that he's doing. Alright, so we need to drop that, turn that on. It's a slight texture change. Let's get our steering assist on. Cruise control deactivation. I don't know, I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming I'm planting something. The texture change is there. Alright. I just want to jump into the map and just make sure that we are planting something. Yep, look at that. Look at that. Now, I know this is backwards from normal, like you do the inside rows first and then you do the headlands, but I'm okay with that. So let's get to work and get this done. See you in a bit.
Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. Think I was broken, I needed some time to clear my head. 'Cause I've made all the mistakes and I've dealt with the heartbreaks, but I think that I found my way. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken. I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. I'll find my way back to you. I see a river floating its way out to the sea. I can remember carving our names onto that tree. And I just wanna see you, 'cause you will never know just how much I've been missing home. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken. I won't let you go, 'cause I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I'll find my way back to you. I think that I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I think that I'm finding my way. Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. But I've been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken, and I won't let you go, 'cause I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I'll find my way back to you.
That's it for that. So, let's turn the cedar off. Let's disconnect this thing. Alright, we're gonna go to the map. Map. Okay. So where is the shop? I found the shop at one point before here. Vehicle shop. We're gonna go over. Can we get out that way? Yeah, we can get out this way. I haven't seen any traffic yet. There's traffic. We need to procure ourselves a fertilizer spreader and lime spreader. I like how things rattle around when you go over rough stuff. That's really wild. Let's just drive over their meridian thingy here. I don't care. Okay. So let's go in and purchase. We need yield improvements. Fertilizer spreaders. So he does a 14 meter, is 42 meter. It's also only $2,000. But it only holds 300 liters. Let's see. That one does fertilizer. This one does fertilizer and lime. It's also half our money. So, do I want to do this? Yes, I need it. Okay, and we need hex. Hex, what is this? Grass, hay, rice. Is that seeds? What is that? Oh, that's what that is. Brands, vehicles. Ah, consumables are right there. Okay, so solid fertilizer, 1,000 liters. We can do 3 of those. Oh, wait. Yeah, we'll just do 3 of them at first. Okay, and then lime. We're gonna need a lot. Okay, let's get this guy hooked up. Start filling her up. Alright, let's get back and fertilize this field. I love how the rear view mirrors actually show what's following you. That is really nice. Nice little cab here, a little bit dirty. Let's get coming down here into our fields. One of these days I am going to get a steering wheel for this thing. You'd think after 2,000 hours of playing that I would have by now, but I haven't. Okay, let's get them unfolded. Let's get into this and see where we need to. Let's see. No, I don't want you to run. Show lines on. There they are. Alright. Get this all the way up to the end. take care of this last little bit here. And come up the middle. Get this finished up. Alright, and then these two fields, we're gonna cheat a little bit on these guys. Alright, fold this guy back up. Good. We won't fertilize over there until the worker's done. Give him a chance to do his job. Oof, a little rough right there. Let's see, we'll unload this right there. And head on over and get our lime. Alright, so let's get this thing unfolded. Start getting this lime down.
Tell me, baby, what's a man? Oh, what's a man? Tell me, baby, what's a man? What's a man got to do?
All right, let's jump over. I had a meeting that I forgot about. Paused the recording, but I forgot to pause the game, so we went into nighttime just a slight bit. But that's okay. We can I don't know if we want to advance the day. I okay. So we have this thing. We have Challenger is 160 horsepower. This is 116. Then we've got our Great Plains needs 110. So the Challenger would work much better on the Cedar. I probably, yeah, I can leave that there. Let's see, the Cedar's over here. Get this hooked up. The only problem with this is it might be slightly hard to see the... Well, shouldn't have to worry about the texture change. The lime should disappear. Let's see how it works here. Oh yeah, the lime disappears, so... Alright, we're gonna scoot across these fields. Get these done. Alrighty. That was kind of mind-numbing, but that's okay. Get this last little bit here. And done. So, the field over there has nothing done to it. And I think I'm going to leave that field as it is. Because I really want to get like soybeans or something in there. So, I think we'll leave that alone. And we'll go find our house. And we'll go for a snooze. See, Walter's already taken himself off to bed. What time do you want to wake up? You're at 8 o'clock. And it's raining. Couldn't have asked for better weather to get those seeds hydrated. A little bit of thunder. Look at them go. And look at the weeds. Needs rolling. I forgot about the friggin' rolling. Alright. It's a good amount of weeds. Let's go in and see what we've got for weed control. Let's see. Slurry, manure, weeders. Okay. What did we have? 160 horsepower. See, that's 6 meters. This is twice as wide. But it's going to consume all of our money. $170 horsepower. Let's just go ahead and lease it for this project for this month. And we'll go jump in the Challenger. Getting pretty muddy. And we'll head on over to the shop and pick up our weeder. Well, that didn't take long. Nice, quick, and easy job. Getting colder in September anyways. Nice to have quick, easy jobs outside. Let's wrap this up. Get her folded up. Get her unhooked over here and let somebody from the shop come on over and pick it up. So we'll leave that right there for him. All right. Well, that's about all we can do. Whoops. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. So we're in September. We've got to wait until next July for our canola. We've got some wheat and canola that we can sell here into winter. And let's see, sorghum. Sorghum, we gotta wait until April for that, and soybeans. All right, let's go sleep. Let's go have a big long winter nap. Uncle Walter's out there checking out what we're doing. All right, here we are in December. We're gonna scoot on over to a tractor and go hook up to the wagon, grain cart, whatever you want to call it, and go pick up our canola. So whatever the price is, we're selling it. Did all fit. Okay, so we need to figure out where this is going. Canola. This is going to go to, that's the highest one there, Grain Barge Terminal 2. Where the frig is that? Grain Barge Terminal 2. Dredging boat, cement factory, lime station. Okay, so we just have to go out this side of our thing and down. Make our way through our farmyard here. This wagon looks so small on this tractor. Like unnaturally small. It's pretty cool they have like leaves caught in the road. That's pretty wild. See, around here in December, this would be all white. Definitely not looking like this. And shoot down into here. And I imagine we go through this. Woohoo! Okay, so it's saying it's right here. All right, it gave us 13,000. did make the turn. Nice. Alright, we'll come up out here. Try not to hit the sign, and we did. Oh no! So take this back over and get it parked there and ready to do the wheat next month. Which give us another little bit. Go take a look at our fields. This one over here, we're not planting until March. Fields are looking pretty nice. Cows are all just like, dude, where's my water? Alright, park that there. Go take a look at the fields and make sure everything's still okay with them. Which I'm sure it is. Is that saying nothing in the meadow? Yep, nothing in the meadow. So they're gonna die. They're gonna die over winter. Fields are all fine. I did forget to roll it, obviously. Let's run on over here, seeing as how we really don't have anything else to do. And we'll take care of the wheat. I will see you in March. Welcome back to spring, everybody. This is just a quick second for you. We took care of selling the wheat, made about $3,500. So now we are going to head over and get hooked up to the planter. Cows are still alive, probably not happy. The planter we're going to set an employee on. Let's switch our seeds. Oh no. So this planter can't do, and I'm killing my crops. Wheat, barley, oats, canola. Barley. Oats we could plant. Then we could harvest everything at the same time. I wanted to do soybeans, but apparently you need a different planter for that. This one won't do it. So yeah, I think we'll do oats on this one. Get over here on our field. Get the workers set up to go. Work on the headlands up, start with the ups and downs. And off they go. Yep. So they'll be cruising along. I'm gonna tab over to our tractor here. We have fertilizer in here right now. We're gonna unhook this. Sneak over here and pick up our discs, or our cultivator. Get this out of the way. Don't know why I parked it there in the first place. Come back around here, get our fertilizer. And go get to fertilizing this field. It's a heavy wagon. Tractor's having a hard time pulling it. Okay. That's it for that. Workers working away. Okay, so I gotta point this out because I just saw it. There's a soccer ball stuck in the tree. If that isn't creative design stuff, I don't know what is. I wonder if you can get it out. I hear a bee. There's a bee. Where is it? Don't sting me. Let's go check on our beehives, like we had mentioned before. We have some honey. There is honey. 291 kilograms of honey. A small shed. Beam planks, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to build that thing right now. Okay, so we would need some way to move this stuff. And I assume if we go to prices on honey, small farmer's kiosk, we can take it right over there. We have to figure out a way to get it there. Let's see. Is there... It would be nice if there was like pallet jacks. Grassland, baling, root crops, vegetables, grapes and olives, animals, forestry, miscellaneous. Nothing there. What is this? Oh, 3-point hitch pallet forks. I've been wanting to get one of these for my tractor in real life. Like, so bad. Let's just see if there's hand tools. Marking spray. Is that a mower? Animals. Interesting. Okay. Let's buy this little sucker. Where'd we leave our tractor? Right there. So let's take a ride over to the shop and pick up our new pallet fork thingy-majiggy. I'm going the wrong way. Totally the wrong way. There's the train. That looks pretty cool. Don't do that in real life, kids. Very dangerous. It's nice, got the draft and all that stuff going on over there. Alright, so the pallet forks are on the back side, so we need to be on this side. I just broke my neck spinning around like that. Doink. See that? My head just did a full 360 going to hook that thing up. Like totally Beetlejuiced it. Ah! Do 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 do. Alright. So this should be interesting. If there's anything with this game I'm not good at, it's like forklifts and anything to do with pallet forks. It's like my nemesis. Alright, so I'm assuming X unfolds those. Whoops, wrong way. You can't even get into the forks this side. Oh, holy God, I just tried to kill myself. Ah. Ha. There we go. Okay. So if we make our way over here without them shooting off the back side. Okay. Uh, $677. All right. Take a little bit of time to, where am I going? At that rate, it'll take a little bit of time to pay off these forklift thingies. Just drop it there. All right, let's go see what our worker's doing and ride along with him for a while. Right, they got her done. So now if we hop out here and check our field, we're at 50% fertilized. Gonna need the weeder. I'm gonna look at something here and see if I can do something wild and crazy. Kind of help myself out on a little bit of a sanity standpoint. Because this just takes so long to do. So we're gonna unload this and go into our equipment, which I have to find is right there. So we have this is 2200. This is 97. So that's what about 11,000. We also have 22,000 in that. So that's 33,000. So we have roughly $50,000 available to us. So 85,000. If we go up here to seeders, seeding. Right now we have a Great Plains dew jigger, which is this one. It's 4.6 meters. This one is 4 meters. This is what I'm looking for. No previous cultivating or plowing is necessary. Something a little bit wider. So that's 6 meters. Takes 240 horse. That's 270. Still 6 meters. It's 8 meters of 275 horse. And these are all going to be. That's only 180 horsepower. That doesn't sound right. Something with that seems wrong. This one is Amazon in FS 19, I believe it was. This one you could cultivate as well. FS 22 they removed it, or FS 21 or whatever, one of those. They removed that ability, which really sucked because this is a nice one for getting that wide width done. So you do that wide width and you still have to cultivate. Okay, so we're looking at 8 meters, 6 meters. I'd really rather do this one. This one doesn't fertilize though, where this one does. So if we do 125,000 for that, it's 270 horsepower. We need probably a medium tractor. 25, 180, 171. That one would do it. That one would barely do it. That one would do it. So if we have this one up to, what's the next horsepower down? 262. So we're looking at 282,000 here. Plus, what was that? 181. So we're looking about half a million there. Uh, if we take, I'm just going to see how much I can borrow. See how far they'll let us take it. Okay, so 500,000 there. Go in here. Buy the cedar. And this one was a cultivating. Yes. This one is what we wanted, not that one. This is the one we wanted. Okay, so we'll buy that. Need 270 horsepower. We're gonna come down here to this one. 303. Wheel setup. It's wheel weights. Okay. Buy that one. Yes. Okay. So now if you go into vehicles, we'll sell this one. We'll sell this one. And sell this one. Okay. 116,000. Bring us back down to roughly what we had. We'll keep this tractor because we're gonna need one. If we don't end up needing it, we'll sell it. Let's tab over to our new one and see what we got going on here. Oh yeah. Oh, listen to that. That is just beautiful. Nice and clean. 10,000 buttons that I don't know what they do. Nice GPS system, all that stuff. Okay. Let's get this one hooked up. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, we're gonna be able to get some stuff done now. Much faster. Actually, before I go too far, I need a weeder. This one is 6 meters. This is the one I had last time. So we'll just lease this again for the month. And we'll go back in here. We'll just drive over their thingy here again. Come over here with the front of the tractor. And pick him up. And drive on back over with no visibility. What can go wrong? Makes her quite top heavy. This looks like... Oh, I did that again. This looks like an incredible zombie apocalypse setup right here. Zombie masher. Yep. Zombie Shredder 5000. That's what this is. Come on, dead ones. Okay, we're gonna sneak down in here. sneak out around the backside here, be a little bit easier to get into where we're going. Okay. Come up around here real quick. Back here, pick up our fertilizer. Probably should have bought some fertilizer while we were over there, because we're gonna run out. I have a feeling. Well, maybe not. Okay, so we can drop him off. Get this backed up out of the way. Get this guy. Hook him up. And I know I didn't roll that field, but we're just gonna roll with that. Alright, sleep to the next month. Should be good, because I don't think anything is, yeah, we got until July. So we'll sleep through this month, go take care of the weeds, and then we'll skip ahead to harvest. Well, you guys will skip ahead to harvest. I'll go through the motions. God, I don't like how he drifts when he runs. That's so annoying. Lots of weeds here. Alright, let's get this done quick so we can get on to harvest time. I think I missed one over here. One stupid little weed. Maybe not. It was just a graphics thing. Alright, we got her done. Now we're gonna go back. I forgot we had to fertilize this, so we'll unload the seeder, unload the lime, reload the fertilizer into the spreader, and get that field done. So we'll tell them they can come get this. Okay. Get the fertilizer loaded back up. Because we have to do our second stage of fertilizer. Alright, got that done. Struggled through it a little bit. That's okay. What is farming if not a struggle? I had to know, I actually am a farmer in real life. Not crop farmer like this. Fruits. Fruit. Okay. So we'll get you. Are you gonna back up? Get you loaded back up. Back you up out of the way. Don't want to hit the barn. Alright. So we can check our map. Look at that field. Looking good there. Yeah, we missed a little bit there. Yeah, did pretty good though. All right, so we. Oh, must be dinner time or something. Somebody's ringing a bell. Doing something. Time for coffee break, I would imagine by the time. All right, I am going to fast forward to harvest, where we can do our canola and our oats. So see you in a sec. Harvest time is here. So let's run on over to our harvester. Took quite a bit of work to get here, but we did it. And these crops are so cool looking. 95% yield bonus. So we're gonna jump in the harvester, go over. We'll get an employee on this one. Let's see, unfold it. Let's get out into the field. I really don't know where they're gonna start or which way they're gonna go. All right, so shut her down. Go into the helper menu. AI worker. Start with headland. We'll see if it actually starts with the headland this time. Number of headlands is 2. Where's he gonna go? Where is he gonna go? Okay, so they're gonna go that way. Good deal. So if he gets full, the auger's on the outside. I was hoping that it would be smart enough to do that. So we'll ride along with this guy for a while until he gets full. So one thing that we forgot to load up was precision farming. Totally forgot about it. You can see it in the map there on the lower left corner. Starting up. I had downloaded and installed it and just totally forgot to get it started. So we'll continue along, right along with our helper until it gets time to start running the grain cart. All right, let's hop on over to our grain cart. Get that unhooked. Get this hooked up. Head on over and get ready for them to unload. The field is already doing way better than the initial. Remember, this entire field only gave us, I think, what was it? 6,000 liters? Something like that. Didn't even fill the harvester. One thing I want to see about this is if the helper stops at the end of the row, or if they try to keep driving. Yes, they do. Nice. Ah! Watch out, dude. Go dump this in the silo. This is gonna be nice profit for first harvest of our own stuff. Alright, get that all in there. Head back over this way. So we'll look at our planting schedule while we're waiting for them to finish up. See what we're going to do. So we're in July right now. We're gonna have everything harvested. Let's see. Really nothing that we can do. Let's see what can we do here? We can do wheat, barley, oats, canola, rice. Okay. So with this planter, we're kind of limited. I'd like to do the long grain rice, but I believe you have to flood a field to do that. So we could replant with canola. Yeah, so we'll just keep going with canola for the time being and move on with that. Let's see. Which was what? Planting next month? Yes, planting next month. Alright, let's get our harvester brought over here to the next field. I don't know if you have to do a little cut-in to get them to recognize the field. But we'll do it anyways. Where's he going? Where's he going? Slight confusion. Alright, so we're gonna jump out here. Jump out and run. Okay. So this says nothing about pH right now. Okay. Does the precision farming map say anything about pH? Says nothing. Says nothing about nitrogen. Maybe it won't say anything about those until we've done something with it. So let's go hop onto this tractor. And go put some lime down and see what it does to that field. See if it sets that pH level. Those animals haven't been, yeah, it's whatever. I don't have any way to deal with them right now anyways. Don't have a water tank, don't have any hay or grass collection equipment. None of that, so. Alright, let's go unfold this guy. And start spreading. No values detected yet. Let's go into the help menu and look at precision farming. See if we can find it. Maybe we need a sensor on the tractor. Basic economy. Okay. Base game. There it is. I just had to go up there. Crop sensor for nitrogen fertilization. Soil sampling. To determine which soil type is located where, you have to analyze this. This can be done with a soil sampling done. You can also buy the soil data from the menu. Just click on the field icon while in the precision farming screen and select the purchase soil option. Yeah. Okay. So if we're in there it is. Uh-huh. Okay. I gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So now we can see where our lime is going, and it will help cut down on excessive lime rate applications. Yeehaw! Oops, I'm missing a little bit. That's okay. This tractor pulls it with zero issue. See if it'll even let me get this little part. Yep. Okay. So leave this guy over here. And we'll jump back into our grain trailer. And get ready for this guy. So he's still going around his headland. Ooh, no, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Get a little overzealous with the controls. I'm gonna empty him out. Yep, nice. Alright, let's go offload this. Should bring us up to about 12,000, I think. Somewhere in that ballpark. Alright, so let's hop out here. I want to see if this silo gives your data of what it has. Yep, it does. Down the bottom right corner. 12,600 liters of canola. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So, we'll ride along with these guys till we're done. Alright folks, let's head on over here and unload this thing. Well, we really don't need to unload it. We can keep on going with the next field. Get out of the field! Stupid deer. Alright. Get him going. So you gonna do it all weird like again? Yep. Okay, let's go over and get some lime down on this one. Does have an odd way of recording it in the map. It's like it's using the it's like it's recording the lime spread from the spreader without the attachment, the spreader attachment's on, and then a different value for the spreader attachments. Because you can see that like center stripe is just a touch darker than the outside. So I'm not entirely sure that I like that, but let's see if this fixes it. No, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, took out that corner, but that's okay. That's okay. So I'm gonna drive crossways across this field and just see if these values show anything different as we creep across. No, see, they're all showing the same thing. Oh, see right there. Right there, it's showing something a little bit different. So I'm gonna drive up this again and see if our lime quantity drops. See, nothing drops there. But if we drive this way, yeah, see right there? Just dropped a little bit. So something with that isn't quite set up as good as it should be. Because that should be spreading the exact same lime rate across the entire width of the implement. Alright, let's go for a ride. Getting her all wrapped up. Let's see if we park this thing in the right position. Oh yeah. Yeah. So we need to empty this out completely, because the other side over there is oats. Alright, let's, whoops. I want to get onto this one. Let's head on over and start harvesting some lovely oats. That field is kind of a crappy. Okay, so I just noticed something that I didn't see before. Over here underneath the menu shows crop harvest information. Come on now. There we go. Shows you how many tons per hectare. Whatever 2.3 hectares is and whatever 3.4 hectares is. I have no idea what those two symbols are supposed to show. Alright, get them set to do whatever they're gonna do. Whatever weirdness that will be. We'll go unload this and see how much in all that we harvested. Imagine it's probably around 26,000. Between 25 and 26,000, I would think. Okay, move ahead a little bit, jump out, and go see what she says. 25,007. Nice. That'd be a nice bump in the income this year. Come December or whenever we go to sell it. Alright, let's see how they're doing. Just take a peek in on them. So that one stretch up was 12%. So they'll get a decent amount. The yield on this is showing horrible, which really kind of sucks. I'll look at our map. %, 94, 89, 86, 98. See, I would rather, before doing anything down here, I would almost rather sell these fields and buy these other ones. So what do we got here? We've got 7.52, so about 15 acres. Here we've got four, about 6.5. It's about 10. So we're dealing with about the same acreage. higher yield. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna forget about these 4 fields and go over and take care of these. So what have they got going on over there? So this has got tram lines in it. This one has, does that have nothing? Oops. Yeah, watch where I'm driving. Jeepers. The first day on the job here. Okay, so this one has nothing in it. Looks like a nice field to deal with. Then we go across the road. This one is all what? Soybeans. With large weeds. Which means that we would have to have a sprayer. Oh, my other tractor must be getting in the way. Or they're running into a car. One or the other. Because I know they were going around that thing. Okay, so we'll leave you right there. Yep. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to be in the way. Even though you could have just done what you did and backed up and kept on going. Alright, so they're 39% in one trip around. Not too bad. Alright, let's ride around for a bit. So they're going to get started on the ups and downs now. I'll go see. Let's see. We access that menu through the purchasing thing, right? Yes, farmland. Okay, so this one is 182,000. We've got 102. That'd be 161, 261. Yeah, 3, 400 and what would that be? 420 roughly. So that's less than 200. So we should be able to easily sell these 4 and then just buy those 2. Have about the same acreage but with higher yield. Walter might not be too happy about it, but that's the direction we're going. That one's not a bad one either. We'll see what happens with our canola sales. Maybe we'll buy that 3rd field too. So let's hop over into our tractor. Get swung around here. Get ready to catch him as they go, or her, as they go up back the other way. So I'm making cheese today, which is a fun little process. Making some cheddar. So right now it's turning into curds at the moment, sitting there doing its thing after the rennet got put in. This winter I decided to give myself a new hobby, and I saw a thing for a little cheese making kit. So I was like, why not give it a try? See what happens. So I've got an old wine fridge that you can set the temperature at, because cheese likes to age at a nice comfortable 52 degrees or so. So I set the wine fridge, since I don't use it for wine, I set the wine fridge at 52 degrees and I'm aging all the cheese in there. And right now I think I've got five blocks of cheese in there. Roughly, let's see, that would be about 2, 4, 6. So about 7.5 pounds of cheese that I've made so far. And it's pretty cool. I mean, if you've never made your own cheese, it's so easy to do. So simple. Just buy a cheese making kit from a good company, good reputable company, that gives you everything along with instructions and starter culture, the rennet, all that stuff. My one piece of advice, if anybody ever does want to get into cheese making, is to buy yourself, like if the kit comes with the rennet pills, is to just ignore those things and buy yourself some liquid rennet, because the pills are freaking annoying. You have to sit there and try to dissolve those things, and they do not dissolve worth crap. The liquid rennet, I've had so much more yield from using liquid rennet than I have with the pills. Like this last batch that I did, I think that one came out to like 2.8 pounds, and every one before that was like maybe 2.25. And it was curded all the way to the bottom of the pot, like right to the very bottom. It didn't have that little puddle of liquid sitting at the bottom like the other ones did. Plus, it set faster. It would set in about 45 minutes. You know, with 2 gallons of milk, it would set in about 45 minutes, where the other ones would, yeah, hour and 15 or so before it had clean break in it. So let's look at prices while we're waiting for them. Kind of see where we're going with this. So prices, we gotta wait till November for that one. Oats. Oats is about December, so about the same as last time. Canola was November, wheat was December. So yeah, got our vehicles, hand tools, finances. I don't like looking at that one. Some statistics. We've used 24,000 liters of fertilizer. Oh, that's counting lime. Never mind. Okay. Worked hectares AC. Hmm. I wonder if that's hectares or acres. Oh, geez. Okay. 3 minutes of spray time. I wonder what that was. Oh, that was in the session. Total is 25 minutes. Okay. Whoa. Power line. I thought my game was like freaking out on me. How are they doing? They got a ways to go. So let's ride along. Maybe we'll finish this field on this go, but we'll probably have to take another tank. All right, so let's whoops, wrong menu. So we can go in here, sell this one. Sell this one. Gives us 289. We'll buy this one. That's the one with the crop on it. They got one more pass and they'll be done. So let's come up in here, purchase the soil information, head on over, do some lime work. I just want to see if we drive into that with this, is that going to do the crop destruction? Yes, it is. Alright, so we'll just follow some tram lines that they have here, even though we're going to miss pieces of it. At least it'll get some of that, you know, some of that crop value brought up. I'm not worried about really harvesting a whole bunch out of this because you really never get a whole lot out of AI worker fields. Or not AI worker fields. Uh, you know, computer player fields like that. So yeah, let's get this done. Well, we'll try to anyways. Gonna have to go get some lime to finish it, I'm sure. Might as well go get it right now, I suppose, since we're down here on the corner. Look at him go. Flying across this field. Trailer bouncing all over the place. I want to check this calendar. So if they've got soybeans on there, soybeans can't harvest until then. Which means I would have to wait roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd have to wait almost 9 months before I can plant anything again. But if I planted canola, I'd have to wait for a whole year. I think we'll leave it at the soybeans. And if there's something funky with the header type on our harvester, come get up over there, where we can't harvest soybeans, Because I did notice a soybean head in the purchase menu. Then we'll just continue on and plant them up in canola next year. Let's see, we gotta go out right here. Hopefully no cars are coming, because I can't see what I'm doing. Just do a couple trips up and down here. I'm not going to worry about the weeds, because with the large weeds, you have to have a sprayer. And I'm not going to go through all that. Leasing a, what is it, like a $300,000 sprayer, just to take care of this little bit of probably a junk crop for the most part. And just get the lime on there just to increase the yield. Just a little bit anyways. What we're increasing, we're probably getting rid of by running over crops, but whatever. It is what it is. Sneak up out. And actually we can cut through here, I think. Ah. Come over here and get ready to do this one as soon as we purchase it. Alright, let's get this harvester unloaded. Get it unloaded, park back in the garage. Sell this piece of land. And buy up that other one. Do the lime. And then get ready for winter. Passage of winter. Or no, planting. And then the passage of winter. Whoops, almost ran into the fence again. Alright, let's get you situated. Okay. School is out about 4:30. It's about the right time. Bus goes through here about the same time. Gotta give those bus drivers credit. Boy, they put up with a lot of crap. Especially nowadays when you can't slam on the brakes, make everybody face plant the seat to shut them up. like he used to be able to do. All that kind of good stuff. Okay, so prices, prices, prices. So we got 18,000. Not bad. So we go to farmland, sell this one. We'll buy that one. That leaves us with 72,000. This one is 139. So after we sell the canola and oats, we should easily be able to buy that one. All right, switch over to the lime. Get him up into the field. So one of those. Start with the headland. Whoops. Don't want to do that yet. We need to purchase field information before we do that. So he's going to go through that rotation again. This one's pretty good shape. Not going to take very much at all. Oh, here, let me, let's see. Where is, okay, seeds, fertilizer. Yeah, 2.63 tons per hectare. All right, let's do this. Slide right around with this helper. Get her done. too bad. Used about a half a load. All right, that'll take care of that. We'll bring our lime and stuff back over here. We'll get hooked up to our seeder. Back around up here. Click, click. Hop out and go take a nap so that we can get to the next month and do some seeding. Hey Walter, sorry about selling your fields, but look at how upset he is. I can't even talk to him right now. All right. All right. August. It be planting time for some canola. Let's go see how this puppy works. I can't wait. It's nice because we can just hop right across the road right here and it's right there. Get her unfolded. And we'll go ahead and hire a worker for this one. I would do it, but I have supper sit in front of me and I want to eat because I'm starving. So we'll hire a worker for this one. And we'll start with the ups and downs. What do we got going on here? You gonna do anything? Are you going to do anything? The helper is activating. It's just not doing anything. Let's try the headlands instead. Okay. We've got it on canola. We're in August, so we can plant. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, helper is not doing anything. So let's try a little something here. See if we can get this guy to... There they go. There they go. Just had to get them out somewhere where they don't get stuck. Look at how nice that is. Seeded, fertilized. Beautiful. Nice black soil. Right down by the river. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we have soybeans. They don't get harvested till October. Okay. So we're fine with that. It's odd that he's going backwards like that. Or she. What do we got here? We got a he. Oh, I really like this. It looks so nice. Okay, let's get in here and let's see. Seeding, yield improvements. We'll lease you. 275 horse. So we'll need to wait until this guy is done, but we can go pick it up with this one. Yeah, go out this way. Out this way and to the right. I love the fog over the river like that. That is so cool. Must be our Amazon delivery coming. Amazon. Not the marketplace. The equipment brand. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Guy's looking a little dirty. That's a big roller. Nice big roller. Heavy roller, making the tractor grunt here a little bit. If we take this left, and then the second left into the field, we should be able to get right down in there and drop it off so it's ready for actually the third left. I'm already driving off. I'm there looking at the map, not watching where I'm driving. We'll go right down this road. And then right down into this field drive. Oh, this is one of those turners. Never mind. I was gonna try backing it up over there, but I'm just gonna drive through this guy's field real quick. It's a big set of rollers. Holy God. Alright, take care of that. We'll head on back over here. So it looks like the game automatically set tram lines in the the fields there, even though there's no crops there. We should purchase our weeder. Let's see, that's 12. That's 12.4. Let's see, 250, 450, 350. What is our tractor? Fent 303. Okay, so this is 15 meters at 46,000. This one is 12 meters at 41, and this one's 12.4 at 36. I think we'll just go with this one. Actually, you know what? This one is 200 horsepower at 24 meters. Oh, do do do. What'd you run out of? Fertilizer. And there's no fertilizer station near me. Oh, that's my farm. That's gas. Liquid manure. Manure. Animal dealer. Yep. We'll just go and buy a bunch of fertilizer. Whoops, I keep going into the wrong menu. Let's see, consumables, fertilizer. That's 4,000 liters. Yeah. So we'll just tootle our way on over there and pick up some fertilizer without running into our field. I see they haven't fixed the stopping car on the opposite lane issue. Which is nice that the cars stop, but it's really annoying because you'd be like driving down the road. You'll get to your field access driveway right when a car is passing, and the stupid car will stop, blocking. Hello? Where's our fertilizer? Did I hit the wrong button? I did. I hit back instead of buy. But yeah, the car will stop and block your access road. And it's like, get out of the stupid way. Keep on driving. All right. You know what I should do is I should probably just buy some seeds while I'm right here. Uh, uh, Would that be in the seeder? Yes, it is. This is 1,000 liters. Should be plenty enough to keep us going for a while. Should be plenty. Alright, let's head on back over here. Put our helper back to work. Yeah, car coming. But it just looks so nice going down the road. Love it. It's like a powerhouse little seeder. It's neat how there's like noises for like bumps and parts of the machinery banging around. Get them going again. Where are you going? Where are I was gonna say. You're gonna leave that spot unfertilized, aren't you? They sure are. I can go back and run over it and fertilize it. But there, we'll let them keep on going. I don't know what that is over there. Is that just a graphic glitch or is that... Yeah, that's tractor marks. Alright, so nitrogen is perfect. pH value is good. Expected yield 122%. Not bad. So I think this gets rid of the two-stage fertilization, if I'm not mistaken. What is my right-hand menu like? Right there it was. Something in there is... What am I seeing? Right there. Oh, the weeds. That's fine. We'll get weeds next month. Let's see. There's some pretty cool rollers. A lot of steel sitting here. Wonder how it expands out. So that's a pivot point right there. That's supposed to swing out. How does it swing? That's the hydraulics for the wheel. I wonder if they missed that when they designed this thing. If they missed the hydraulics that make this. Or maybe the rollers just go down and it spreads as it straightens out. I don't know. Oh, you know what? It's this. It's the wheel. Well, no. That just lifts up. But maybe it does. Maybe the wheel... Oh, yeah, right there. Little actuator for the... wheel, but graphically they have that screwed up. Because if that pulls in, turns that wheel sideways to bring this whole mechanism out, then that pitch arm is running into the frame. Oh well, nice machine, regardless. And go check on our honey while that guy's seeding. They'll be seeding for a little bit. These fields went to crap. Oh, look at the weeds in it. Looks like garbage. The cows are still doing cow things. Yeah, moo moo moo. Go check on our honey. See how much of this we have. Buzz buzz. About a half of what we had before. So they're not very productive. Their productivity kind of sucks. For as many hives that are there. Well, I suppose 300 and some liters isn't anything to wave a stick at. Okay, so
A year has passed. Rather quick, huh? Tell me, kiddo, how did it go? Who doesn't? If you need some help, ask me or the others in town. Especially if you want to try something new. Or visit farming-simulator.com/academy.
minus.
It's a great place on the internet to learn about the basics. Now you've gotten through every season at least once. The bigger your farm gets, the more challenging it might become. But you'll manage. I know you will. A couple of people in town can help you, kiddo. We have experts on agriculture, animal husbandry, and forestry. What do you need help with? Talk
Animal
to Katie,
husbandry.
our local animal farmer. She's a very nice person, competent, charismatic. She can tell you about different kinds of livestock. She's a trader too, if you think about starting animal husbandry.
Okay, did that just tag the location? Is that all that did? Yep, I think. Let's go visit Katie. See what Katie has to offer. Charismatic for a farmer type, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, I'd take her on a date if I was 30 years younger.
Oh, hi. You're Walter's grandkid, aren't you? I'm Katie. Nice to meet you. Let me welcome you to our small town. As I just said, I'm Katie. I took over my parents' farm 4 years ago, continuing the family business after traveling the world as one does. But I'll tell you all about that another time. So what can I do for you? That's good. I specialize in livestock. We got chickens, cows, sheep, pigs, horses, even bees. Also our recent additions, goats and water buffaloes. It's quite an eclectic ensemble of creatures, if I can say so myself. If you want to dip your toes into animal husbandry, come to me. I'm not only dealing with the livestock, I can also give you important advice. I've been working with animals all my life, you see. Even when traveling the world, I occupied myself with the local fauna. And I collected some stories on the way, if you're interested sometime. That and some myths and legends. Maybe I should start a podcast. Anyway, I'm sure you and I have got stuff to do, animals to feed and so on. So don't let me keep you. I'm sure we'll have time to talk again.
Okay.
Hello, hello. Sure, what can I help you with?
Cows. Okay, how do I feed cows?
You can feed your cows with grass, hay, or TMR. To keep your cows healthy and increase productivity, you shouldn't only feed them hay or grass. I've had the best results with TMR. If your
Total
farm
mixed
relies
ration.
heavily on milk production, especially in the winter, you should always prepare enough quality food for them so they can be as productive as possible. Cows, like all of your animals, need a pasture or barn, depending on how much you'd like to spend and how many cows you want to keep. If you want to produce slurry or manure, you need at least a cow barn to collect it. You need to deliver fresh water to your cow pasture, as it has no access to water. After placing one of the pastures or barns, you can shape the area of the outdoor enclosure.
Okay.
Well, you definitely want a pasture or barn. Cows on your field are not good for your yield. If you have laid straw in the barn, the cows will produce manure, and that must be stored. Get yourself a manure heap. Cows produce slurry too. It's collected in the liquid manure tank. If you want to spread manure and slurry on your fields, you need to buy a spreader and tank for each of the brown goods. Get yourself a tractor with a front loader attachment and a bale spike to deliver bales to the barn, as you need those to feed the cattle. Then you should get yourself a tank to transport milk and water. Depending on the housing situation, you may need a forage mixing wagon to mix the TMR.
Okay. Alright. Let's hop on back over to our helper, see how they're doing. They're just about done and should be the last one of the ups and downs, and then they'll hit the headlands. So we need a water tank to take care of our animals. So they got 40% in the meadow. I don't think that they collect milk if you have them just in a pasture. But I might be wrong on that. But we probably should supply them with water. I wonder how much a water tank. Root crops, vegetables, special crops, grapes, animals. That one can transport water, milk and water. What in the hell is that? Is that like water buffalo milk? Let's just pick up a little water tank. Alright, let's head on over and pick up our water tank. Go get some water and feed these guys, or water these guys. I can't get out through there. That shed, I believe, is our well house. Not entirely sure though. In past games, that shed used to be the how you got your precision farming data, like broadcast, I guess you could say. Alright. So I want to stop on the bridge, take a look at the river, and see if there's any convenient spot to get water. Yeah, maybe down there. Maybe down just this side of the shed by the tree, we might be able to back in there. Should be able to get it easy enough on that side too if we can't. Nothing like a little bit of river water to water your cows with. Nice and clean, no chance of bacteria. You know, healthy stuff. Little teeny tiny baby water tank. Kind of reminds me of those people that tow wood splitters behind their pickup truck down the road 70 miles an hour. Little teeny tiny thing on the back, sitting there bounding around like madness. There's no driveway there to get down in. I guess I gotta go all the way around. I watched one guy, I swear that wood splitter was gonna bounce and swing right up and go right into the back of his bed of his truck. Yeah, this field's harvested. We'll drive over it. Alright, so this is where we were looking before, and that is not looking promising at all. Let's go down this way. Let's see, that's all rocks. This here, I should be able to get in right here. Free agua. Looks like our worker's just about finished there. One more pass around. Hello, hello. No cars, please. Thank you. Alright, swing this. Swing this around. It took the entire thing. How much did that fill him up? Holy Lord. Alright, well, let's go get some more water. That's a big water trough. Deceivingly large. I could not imagine trying to fill the water tank on a barn full of cows with this thing. Like, you would spend a whole day just hauling back and forth getting water. We're just dealing with 3 cows in a pasture. You put 20 cows in a barn, you'd have to have one of the big tanks to do that. Watch out, bushes. Here I come. I like the ripples that went out. That was cool. That is so wild. Alright, looks like they have one more pass to go. Go catch a couple of these spots that they missed after they're done. Get that one spot fertilized. I think we'll just do these 2 tanks. And just keep an eye on it and see how much they consume. Okay, all watered. Come on over and get a drink. There you go, there you go, there you go. Yeah, right there's your water. Didn't like the river water. Okay, let's go get our tractor and get things wrapped up here. Alright, so let's see. There was the one spot here we need. We need to fertilize this. Okay, not gonna fertilize it. Alright. get rid of these little white spots because I can't stand. Alright, looks good. One little spot there. I shouldn't really bother a whole hell of a lot. Let's leave this right over here. We're gonna need it over here anyways. Get hooked up to the roller and see how many seconds it takes us to roll this field to this big monstrosity. Alright. I'm gonna ignore this guy's field for a minute. So if we unfold, so apparently the rollers themselves spin. I don't know how that's working. I don't know. Is this got a up and down? No, it doesn't. So it's just engaged. Alright, get this done. I want to see this thing here. See if I can see how this mechanism works. See, that thing is turning that way. Yeah, see, they missed some kind of graphic there. Some portion of the machine should have hydraulic rams or something on these two arms that push those arms forward and back. And that's what makes these pull in and push out. But that's okay. Let's get this sent back. Let's see, where is it? That guy. Get off our field, and I think it's time to head to the house and sleep for a couple months. No cars, no cars, no cars. Yeah, we are in August. The soybeans come ready in October, so we can sleep for 2 months, harvest the soybeans, and then soybeans will go in June, so we'll have to hold on to them for a while. But the oats were December, the canola was November. So I have 3 month stages there of taking care of things. All right, let's shut the tractor off and go in and go to sleep.